Welcome to Phonics with Mrs. Bernstein. It's Thursday, my favorite day of the week. It's time for word and sentence dictation. We're going to put all these patterns that we've been learning to work today. So grab your yellow word dictation book. Also grab your whiteboard because it's my other favorite thing of the week. We're going to do our syllable work. Let's break some words into syllables. First, let's remember what our new concept was this week. We were working on the aw sound. And how do we get that? Well, the most common way we learned was A-U. A-U says aw. A-W says aw. A-U-G-H says aw. And then we have the A. A says aw. Remember, L is not a vowel here. It's just most often an L comes after that letter A. Not always. Keep that in mind. All right, let's start off with decoding our two syllable words. On your whiteboard, I need you to write down this word and let's walk through it together. Remember, you always have the opportunity to pause the video here. Go ahead and do your own decoding of this word and then come on back and check your work, or you can work through it with us together. All right, so remember our first step is to underline the vowels. So I'm going to start at the beginning, go through, underline the vowels. Now, I underlined the A, but what did I learn this week? A-W, so keep that together. Mark them with a V. Draw your bridge, look up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my goodness, there are 4 letters there. We don't like that. That is too many. What do you notice that can stay together? Well, the first thing I notice is that TH. TH, we know, can make 2 sounds. It can say or it can say th. So we're going to keep the TH together. I also see the DR. We've learned that as a beginning blend. Dur. So we're going to keep that together. Let's mark our consonants. We also know the most common place to divide words into syllables is between those 2 consonants. So let's go ahead and do it. All right, let's mark our syllable types. We've got a vowel with a consonant after. We've been working on that one all year. That's a closed syllable. This week we've been learning A-W. A-W says aw. That's a vowel team. All right, we're ready to read our word. With, draw, draw, withdraw. Withdraw, to take away, to take out. I will withdraw my name from the competition, to leave. All right, withdraw. Let's do another one. All right, here we go. Write this one on your board. All right, we've got a lot of things going on in this word. Remember, first, we're going to start off by underlining our vowels. Start at the beginning. What do I see here in A-U? Keep going, keep going, keep going. I see an E, but what follows the E? An R, so I'm going to keep that together. Mark them with a V. Draw the bridge, look up, mark anything in between. All I have is that C in between. All right, so I can't mark my syllable division between my 2 consonants. I don't have 2 consonants. So my next most common place is after the vowel, before the consonant. After the vowel, before the consonant. Okay, let's take a look. Let's look at what we've got going on here. It's not an open syllable. We would think that because there's nothing after it, but there are 2 of them. So if there's 2 vowels, we know that's a vowel team. And we've learned this week that AU says aw. Let's keep going over here. What do I have? I have 1 vowel, but let's look up at my vowel. I have a vowel with an R, so I know that is an R control. We've learned a few weeks ago that ER says er. Now, there is something else going on. So if I try to read this word, aw, saw, cur, soccer. Well, that sounds right, but if I think back, I've seen that word soccer written before, and I just don't think that's how that word is written. So I need to dig a little closer. What do I see here? Well, I see this pattern right here. I see the letter C followed by an E. Remember, if the letter C is followed by an E, I, or a Y, it makes the soft S sound. S. Let's try again. S, aw, s, saucer. Ah, like I might see a flying saucer. Or the saucer, the teacup is sitting on the plate, or we might call it the saucer, a little plate. Okay, there's our word for today, saucer. All right, go ahead and erase. Grab your yellow word dictation book and open up to Unit 6, and we are on the AU-AW pattern. AU-AW pattern. All right, now a couple of things I want to mention about this. AU always comes in the middle of a word. AU can never, never, ever, never come at the end of a word. You can't end it with an AU. AW most often comes at the end. Once in a while, you're going to find a word or two where it comes in the middle. However, if you hear the aw sound at the end of a word, you're going to be using the AW pattern. All right, let's take a look at number 1. We've got something new going on here. This is, we have a mini sound line with a squiggly. So if we have a mini sound line, this means we have a digraph with a blend. All right, so we've got we're going to have one mini sound line. So we're going to actually have 3 letters on this line because we know that a blend, we know 2-letter blends, and then we've got this mini sound line. So let's give this a try. Here we go. Get your hands ready for pounding and tapping. The first word is launch. The space shuttle will launch into the air. Launch. Ready? Launch. L-A-N-C-H. Launch. L-A-N-C-H. Launch. Now we hear the aw sound in the middle. Remember, most often we use the AU. Let's write it. There's that 3 letters. We've got a blend with a digraph. Nch. Okay. Launch. If yours looks like mine, slide it over. All right, there it is. All right, let's go on to number 2. The word is saw. Like, I saw you yesterday, saw. Or I will use the saw to cut the board. Saw. Ready? Saw. Tap it out. Saw. Saw. Now I heard the aw sound at the end. I know it has to be an AW. There it is. Slide it over. Okay, number 3. Notice too many sound lines. I know that's going to be a blend. Here we go. The word is draw. I will draw a picture. Draw. Ready? Draw. D-R-A. Draw. I hear the aw sound at the end, so I know it has to be an AW. Okay, check your work. Make sure you have the B and the D going the right direction. In the D, the dot is first, so you're going to make the curve first. All right, number 4. We have, look closely, 1, 2, 3 mini sound lines. So that means we have a 3-letter blend at the beginning of this word. Here we go. Number 4, the word is straw. The straw was laid down in the barn for the animals to sleep on. Straw. Or I drink my Kool-Aid from a straw. Here we go. Straw. Tap it out. S-t-r-aw. Straw. Be careful when you write that 3-letter blend. And we hear the aw sound at the end, so I know it has to be an AW. All right. Here we go. Number 5. I see my mini sound lines, 2 of them. I have a blend at the end of this word. Ready? The word is fault. It is not my fault that you fell down. Fault. Ready? Fault. Tap it out. fault. All right, we hear the aw sound in the middle. So what pattern are we going to use? You're right, AW. Fault. Okay, yours looks like mine. Slide it over. All right, let's take a moment to reread our words. Launch, saw, draw, straw, fault. All right, let's take a look at sentence number 1. They saw a hawk in the tall tree. Listen to me pound it out. They saw the hawk in the tall tree. Pound it with me so you can get it into your brain. They saw a hawk in the tall tree. Let's tap it. They saw a hawk in the tall tree. Tap it again. They saw a hawk in the tall tree. Now, you're going to pause the video here and write that sentence. Then you're going to come back and check. Okay, let's talk about that word hawk. Now, remember I said that AU most often comes in the middle of a word, and that is totally true, but not always. So if I wrote this word the other way with an AU, I might have to just realize that just doesn't look quite right. So this one has an AW in the middle, so make sure you check that one closely. So we have saw, hawk, and tall all have our aw. So let's check. Do you have a capital? Do you have good handwriting? Do you have punctuation at the end? And are all of your words spelled correctly? If they are, put it on the rewrite line. Okay, you've paused the video, you've come back, you've put it on your rewrite line. Let's check again. Do you have a capital? Now, do you have spacing between your words and the proper spacing between the letters in the word? If you do, cross off the O for organization, punctuation at the end, and most importantly, do you have your words spelled correctly? All right, let's take a look. So flip your page to the back. Let's take a look at the next two sentences. My sister said it was not, let me try again. My sister said it was my fault. I can see people arguing and somebody saying that to a brother or a sister. My sister said it was my fault. Watch me pound it. My sister said it was my fault. Sister is 2 syllables. We have 2 pounds. Pound it with me. My sister said it was my fault. Do it again. My sister said it was my fault. Here we go. My sister said it was my fault. Go again. My sister said it was my fault. Okay, pause the video here and then come back and check your work. Okay, check your work. There's that word fault. We practiced that one in our word dictation. Remember, most often it is the AU. Sister is a 2-syllable word. Sister. Said is one of our red words. Hopefully we've got that one nailed down. That can be a tricky one. So check those words in particular. Here we go. Capital, organization, punctuation, and spelling. If you have that, pause here and do the rewrite. Okay, let's go back and check. Capital, spacing and handwriting, punctuation, and spelling. My sister said it was my fault. All right, let's look at our last sentence. I like to draw at school. Watch this. I like to draw at school. Pound it with me. I like to draw at school. Let's tap it. I like to draw at school. Go one more time. I like to draw at school. Pause here and write your sentence. Okay. Now, draw, there's our aw, again, AW at the end. School, check that word. This is one of our sight words. It's one of our red words we worked on a while ago. It's on our sight word list that'll be important for you to be able to read and spell. Let's check. Do you have a capital? Do you have good handwriting and spacing? Punctuation at the end? And are your words spelled correctly? If they are, put it on the rewrite line. Okay, let's check again. Capital, spacing and handwriting, punctuation, spelling. Okay, so let's read our sentences. My sister said it was my fault. I like to draw at school. If we flip back to our last one, they saw the tall, oops. Oh, they saw, oh, Mrs. Bernstein wrote it wrong, didn't she? Didn't even catch that. Good thing we're proofreading. They saw the hawk in the tall tree. Good thing we went back there. Miss Bernstein counted as organization and punctuation and good work, and I didn't even do it myself. So check your work. They saw the hawk in the tall tree. All right. Continue to practice reading those words, spelling those words, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.